So,
in the end of the.
so let me give you a bit background about how we are going to do it. So first of all, what we'll do is
Yes.
we will so the interview would basically be of 45 minutes. Okay, so the first part would be the interview, and once we are done with the interview, I would give you my feedback.
Hello. Uh, Hello, sir. 1 second. Sir, 1 second. Actually, your voice was breaking when you're speaking currently. So can you repeat that?
Sorry for that. So what I'm saying is that the interview would be of 45 minutes, and after
Okay, sir.
45 minutes, I would be providing my feedback.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
Yes,
good.
sir. Thank.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
So let's start, Vikram. Yeah. First of all, thank you for accepting my request, and let me introduce myself a bit. So, myself, Kaustav, I have started my journey into software engineering somewhere in 2014. I joined TCS first. I did some web development, uh, JSF and Java stuff. Then I moved to big data technologies, worked a bit with Hadoop, Spark, Hive, Pig, HBase, such kind of things. It was a small stint for a year. Then I thought of moving to Oracle. There again, I was a full stack developer. So I did UI, backend development,
Yes.
deployment and everything. Then after that, I moved to Google. So here I am an application engineer. Uh, so what we actually do here is we basically develop internal tools and mostly related to supply chain management and remote collaboration. So how about you tell me a bit about yourself as well, and
Okay.
then we will start.
Yes, sir. So I
So myself,
I'm work
I'm Kaustav. You
currently
can
I'm
call me
working in.
Kaustav. You don't need to call me sir. You can just call me Kaustav.
Okay, sir. First, I'm currently working in a Zscaler
Uh-huh.
as a software engineer,
Okay.
and before and I joined this software industry around a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Before this, I was I studied my BTech in the Thapa University, Patiala,
Okay.
and there my mainstream is the computer science,
Cool.
and there and I got my I got my placement from the campus placements only, and from then I worked on some of the projects in the Zscaler, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on the data analytics part. Means we provide the tools where we can assess the information on the recorded data.
Oh, cool.
And and my native town is the Fatehgarh Churiya, means in the near the Amritsar,
Mm-hmm.
and
Cool.
and really love to solve puzzles,
Cool. Cool.
the hidden puzzles
Cool. That's good.
in the question. Yes.
That's good. So, okay, Vikrant. So let's start with the question. So you would be given
Yes.
a function, right? So the function accepts two inputs. One is string and the other is pattern, right? So both are
Okay.
strings. Uh, let me first ask you, what is your preferred coding language?
My C plus plus.
C++. So, so we have to implement a wildcard pattern here, right? Which will support question mark and
Yes.
asterisk, right? So the question mark says that it
Okay.
can match any single character, and the asterisk mentions, and the asterisk means that it matches any sequence of character, including the empty sequence, right?
Okay.
So let
Yes.
me give you an example here, right? I have just picked it up from LeetCode, to be honest. So first
Okay, sir.
input here is ADCEB, and the pattern is star A star B. So how does it match? So we can say that the star matches an empty pattern. Then A matches A, D, C, E
Yes.
matches star, and B matches. Let's take another example, and here we have
Yes.
a question mark as well. So here A matches A, star matches C, sorry, C matches star, or we can say star matches an empty sequence, C matches C. So D can match question mark, but there is no C, so it is false.
Yes. Understood.
So yeah, so let me give you let me give you the signature. Just correct my syntax if it is incorrect. I hope the syntax is fine. We call it Boolean C
Yes.
or is it Boolean C? Just
Uh,
change the
Boolean
syntax.
C.
Change the syntax,
Okay.
whatever you want. So this is the method. Now, how would you how would you approach it?
Well, the first way is to 1 second, sir.
Sure, sure. Take your time to think.
Yeah. So the first way is like first we match if there's a characters in the both S and P in string and the pattern, then it's simple. We have to match both the characters. Okay, we have to check that both the characters are equal.
Okay,
Okay, so if both the characters are equal, then we can iterate further. Otherwise, we have to stop there only.
okay,
Okay, so next time if in a string there's a character and in a pattern there's a question mark, then I we just need to skip that character and the question mark and move ahead. Means we move both pointers ahead. Okay, and if there is an asterisk mark, then we 1 second. If there is an asterisk mark, then we have to check uh, check that if next character is similar to this character, then this asterisk can be empty. Uh, so we have to check the string pattern until the next character of asterisk matches the next character of asterisk matches the string character.
okay.
Uh,
Hmm. So,
means ca-
can
can I
can
explain
you
actually
walk me
what I'm
through?
trying to say?
Yeah, can you walk me through an example here? I mean, if you want to use the existing
Okay,
examples,
so
it's fine, or if you want to use a new one to explain your approach better, I'm fine with that as well.
okay. Uh, I'm first I'm using the example 5 and then I will modify it to uh, to can answer true also.
Mhm.
Okay, so for can I'm writing on that document. Can you see that?
Yes, 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 I can see.
Yeah. So in this case, uh, there first we character the match the both the characters.
Mhm. So
So
A
in
and
the
A are equal.
in the string and pattern, yes, a and equal.
Okay.
So 1 second. So I so initially both the indexes are 0. So we compare A and A index zeros character, both are
Mhm.
equal. So we increment it to 1,
Mhm.
and after that we find an asterisk sign. So asterisk sign determines that any number of characters can match here.
Right.
But we can jump. only when the next character, like the C in a pattern, matches with the correct index of the string. Like the first index of a string is C, and the pattern's next index is C. So now it's our choice that we want to match and increase both the pointers, or leave this and check for the string, the string thing. Means, let me go through an example. Okay.
So Vikrant,
So there is an asterisk, so I
let
compare.
me clarify this here. So here the asterisk could have meant
Yes,
an empty string, or the asterisk could have also
yes,
meant CD. Okay? Now, apart from that, the
yes,
next
sir.
character here is C,
Uh,
which is C here. But then
yes,
after it is B. However, it is question mark, right? So we can say okay, the question mark is
yes,
B,
sir.
but then we are left with another character which is B, which we do not have,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So again, so that is
Yes.
a second way of looking into it, why it is not a match.
Yes, actually, I was coming into that after this. So I understand what you are saying. So in this case, we are comparing both the C's,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, so now we have the two possibilities. Like in uh, changes the index C into 2, and its index into 2, or the another possibility is and the another possibility is, 1 second, convert it into 2, or another possibility is convert this into 3. Yeah, 1 second, I'm a bit confused how to write there. 1 second, please.
Sure, sure.
Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. So first there is a 0, 0, 0. After that, uh, we came into 1 index. First index is for index x, and second is for index p. So after this, it's our choice to either go for one. Oh, sorry, uh, I have to move that ahead. So do one, or do two. So now, the last line I wrote, it shows that the asterisk sign can be empty here, because the both the C characters are matched here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we can consider it as an empty string and just jump ahead. And the second way is, uh, we check further in a string if there is another C present or not.
Okay.
So where I write the 2 comma 1, in this we are staying, the pattern staying at the asterisk, and the tell string to check if there is another C or not. So if I continue to 1, so it will check continuously, like
Mm-hmm.
C1, but these two characters are not C, so it will check the 4 1, 5 1, and sorry, 0 1 2 3. Oh, sorry, I just need to go there. It's fine there. So, so now 2 and 1 doesn't match, because the D and C is not equal. Now the three C and C is equal. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
our choice. Now we have the two choices here. The two choices are, uh, I can send it further to check if there is further C present or not. Just consider this asterisk, complete this asterisk sign here, and start searching next. So this will be 3 comma 2. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. So by this way, we can check all the strings which can match with the pattern. And why this is false? Like in both the cases, when the question mark came in the first case, when the string is empty, they skip the D, because the question mark we have to just plus the index underscore s. So then it came the C in a string, and in a pattern there is a B. So
Mhm.
they both mismatch, so it return false.
So
In the
let me just
second case, C match, it asks, yes,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Don't stop. I'll speak
yes,
at
sir.
that. Go ahead. I, go ahead.
Yeah. So in the question, okay. In the second case, when the question mark arrived, this the question mark meet with the B, so the both index incremented, and the S is the string S is completed, and the pattern's character is still there, so it return false. So
Mhm.
by this way, we can come to a conclusion that this is a false. But there is a special case into this, uh, which I just found. Like if if the string is like this, a star.
Right.
So is this string return true?
Yes, certainly. It would be true.
Yes. So we just need to come that if there is an asterisk and it's an end of a string and we reach to that asterisk, then just return true.
Mhm.
This is a special case here.
So let me just walk you. Let me just verify the solution which you gave, and let me know if I understand your solution correctly. Right. So first, what you do
Yes.
is you first check the first characters, and if they match, then you move to the next character.
Yes.
Now you see that
Yes.
there is an asterisk, and there is a character. So what you do is
Yes.
you keep your index for the pattern there itself, and you move. So considering this option, and you move your word in and you move your string index to the next character. Right. So now it's D, and then again there is an asterisk.
Yes, sir.
So again, I can say that I choose 3 comma 1. Now I am at C. I'm again at asterisk.
Yes.
So going by this logic, uh, what I would say is I would now move to B, and again I would stay at asterisk, and the solution would basically stop there. So you move to 2 is to 1.
Uh,
Then from
okay.
2 comma 1 you move to 3 comma 1. Then from 3 comma 1 you move to 4 comma 1. So this would keep on happening, and it would just throw an array index out of bound exception or something.
Yes. Yes means we can add a check condition like if the string, if
But still,
string
I mean, what
the
would you
index is
return here?
at the end of a string.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you check the length of the string.
So yes. So there, if only like the if string if pattern, sorry, one second, if string index of string s reach the size of string, so and the pat and this index of index p is not equal to the size of pattern, so means if the both pointers are not at the end of the both of the strings, then I return the false, otherwise I return true. Means we match both the strings, and we reach at the end of both of them, so that's why the both strings match completely. So
If
it's a true. If
again,
yes,
if I take this example,
yes,
so it's A, So it's asterisk. You start with A, right? Again, you move, so
Yes.
it stays here itself, but you move to A, then you move to D, C, E, B. You do not move forward
Yes.
here. If it is
Yes.
false for
So it
this, it
returns
should be
false.
false for this as well, going by this logic,
Uh,
right?
yes, sir. But we are yes, sir. Completely. So it's giving the false, but I am doing two things here. Like
So,
if the next character match here, like yes, sir.
okay. So if the next
Hello.
character matches, what happens?
Yeah.
And what if,
So the two function calls happen. One
uh
is yes, sir.
what if,
So two function calls happen. One is to increment the index of string, and another is to increment the both the index. Mm, one is to increment the index of string, and another is to increment the string of pattern index of pattern.
mhm.
So
Okay,
by this way, it will give true answer.
okay, let's do this. Uh, let's, if you're comfortable with the solution, let's start the implementation. We'll see. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we'll see if we
Yes.
need any improvement. So, are you comfortable with the solution? Are you comfortable with the solution?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
I
Let's
feel
start
confident
let's
in
start
this.
implementing, but because I'm not exactly able to grasp it. Maybe when you implement it, I would get an idea. Let's start.
Okay. Yes. So, like when I type the int space, so I in capital, it doesn't matter. I hope
Yeah, yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
It
Just
will.
just ignore the capitalization of first.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You're planning to write a recursive function, is it?
Uh, yeah, sir. Means first I write the recursive function, and then I will add an optimization here.
Cool.
Yes.
So what is the G word here? What is G word and G pattern?
So I will I will make two string variables, the pattern and the word, a global. So I will assign I will assign these here.
Okay,
Pattern is equal to pattern, and I make this global, so it will be easier later.
sure.
So here I'm checking that if the asterisk sign is at the end, so I just simply return the true here. Otherwise, uh, I have to check the next character match here. So, if the both matches, then it's my choice whether I want to. The first choice is yeah. So just skip the pattern to next one. Okay. And the another choice is another choice is stay at the asterisk sign and go further to search the same character. Okay.
Just a quick time check. We have 15 more minutes.
Okay. I will. So what I'm doing. Okay. If there's a question mark. Okay. Okay. So if there's a base condition. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Was there a
I'm.
question from you?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. No. It's actually I was disconnected earlier, but now it's fine.
Okay.
Disconnected from the door earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. Here is a one mistake is
Mm-hmm.
if p plus 1 is at the end of a string, if there is not any further character, then just return true because there is an asterisk. Otherwise, compare the words and do the recursive call. If I came here, index plus 1, so means if there is a question mark and none of is at the end, then just increment those. And if the character match, just increment those. And if there's an asterisk sign, find the similar words and pass it further. Means if the both matches, if next sector match, then just increment the pointer to match that. Like you just stop the asterisk sign there. And other cases, continue looking forward. Okay. So sir, I am confident with this code. Please have a look. I will add optimization if you want now, or you wanna review first.
So, do you think this would work? Do you want to do a dry run or something?
Uh, yes, sir. I will put this example.
I
So
think you
in the
missed
first
the.
case, the
I think you missed the case where we can have a question mark.
No, sir. It's
Okay,
here.
sorry, that it's there. Sorry.
Yes, sir. So
Go ahead.
if first is the asterisk sign, so index is not false. Okay.
Index.
So index was 0, and the h index initially was 0, both are 0. Okay, so I found the asterisk sign. So when I
Mhm.
found the asterisk sign, what will happen? Mm, it check if the total size is this. So this condition is false. So now
So,
we come in a for loop. Check the next
what
character is
what
matching.
example are you checking here? ADCEB and
It's a
star is star.
ABCEP.
Okay, and star is star.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Do a try.
Yeah. So in this case, when the star comes, so the next character both are equal. So first
A and
thing
N
is
are equal.
hold S here and
So
move P1,
okay, and then we move
and another
S1.
case.
There is just one case here. Why are there?
So yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Which, sir?
So which case are we going to handle? 0, 1 or 1, 0? We
Sir,
we are going to
the
do a
both case
definite
are
thing, right?
both case will be handled. Yes, sir.
So how
Yeah,
would
means
both the
first we are
cases?
going to handle 0, comma 1.
First, we are going to handle 0,
So
comma 1.
in the please, first check the
Okay. So for
in
the
the for
okay.
loop.
Uh, this condition is not fulfilled, so we go inside. This is index underscore
Yes,
s, so it is 0, size of word plus plus. If my pattern, the next pattern a is equals to the word a, okay, then what we do is we keep the word there, we keep it here, but we move the index. What does this pipe signify? Sorry, I don't know about this.
so it's an or means the current answer in an answer and
Okay,
the value what it returns. So here it will be 1. Sorry. Yes.
okay, till now it is. So then it goes. So this thing this thing is satisfied. So it goes here, and okay then.
Yes, sir.
So we are talking
Then
here about first this condition would be executed, not this
yes,
condition.
sir.
Yeah, this condition. Yeah. So what happens next?
So means should I continue the 0, 1 case or tell
Which
what
one?
happened in a
Which
for
case?
loop?
So I want you to do a dry run for this
Okay,
use
sir.
case, okay? And whatever would be executed, we should go with that. So
Okay,
that
so
is
first we are
would
gonna
would it execute 0, 1 or 1, 0?
first it's gonna execute 0, 1
Okay.
means this code is gonna run both of them, but first it's gonna execute 0, 1.
Mhm.
So first it check 0, 1.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, 0, 1. So A and A both match.
Right.
So it will be 1, comma 2. Uh, in the last condition, else if
Yes.
1.
Yes. Right.
So after that there is an again asterisk sign. So asterisk sign it gonna check that return true condition, but it's a false.
Mhm.
So now we have two possibilities. First, it's gonna check that if D and b is equal. The both are not equal, so the value will be 2 comma 2. So now it's checked c and b is equal. It's not. So 3 comma 2. Uh, After this, e and b
Wait,
is
wait, wait,
equal.
wait, 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 wait.
Yes,
So
sir.
0, 1. So here, first 2
Yes.
comma 2, it means C against asterisk, right? So
Yes.
the next C and B are not equal, right? So
Yes.
it what it would do is it would move the word to the next character, which is 3E, and it will keep it to the asterisk E. Okay. So we are saying, okay, this one. Okay, fine. Hmm. Okay, move forward.
So after that, it's gonna check at the index 4 2. B
Hmm.
and B both are equal. So the if condition is gonna satisfy here. So as the if condition is gonna satisfy, so there is a two function calls going to happen. One is 4 comma 3, and the another one is the 5 comma 5 comma 2. Okay. So first we will solve the 4 comma 3. Okay. So here the both the characters are equal. So it's gonna increment both of them as 5 4. Okay.
Okay.
So now it's gonna check the first condition. Like both the strings are at the end of like both the index are at the end of their strings.
Hmm.
So
So
it's gonna return true. Okay. So it's gonna return true. And should we check the other possibilities like the 5 to possibility?
right, wait, wait, wait. So now it returns true. So which from which part it will return true? This or this?
From the above, yes,
Again,
which you
one thing I
currently said.
notice, if
No,
it
no, no.
gets
Yes, sir.
inside this
Sorry.
condition,
Yes, sir.
there is no possible way to get a false, isn't it?
No, sir. Yes, no, sir. There will be. There are a lot of ways to get false.
Okay.
Means if we check the another example which return false.
Wait, so
Oh, okay.
5 comma
Yes.
4. So from where would 5 comma 4 be written? Here, right?
One, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From
Oh,
where would
that's sir.
5 comma 4 be written? Which line, from which line of code?
Uh,
This or
yeah,
this?
here, sir. No, sir. Below one.
But we, okay.
Because,
It after this
because
4 comma 3, where is
the
4
lines you are
comma?
select. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it, got it. What, where is 4 comma 3? This one or this?
This one.
This. Okay, so it is true. 4 comma 3, then it moves to the next index,
Yes,
right? We have to move it to the next
yes,
index then, which is your word would now move to what? 5, which is B. And then
uh,
your index would be 3 itself. 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, this is true. Again, it will go inside recursion.
no, sir.
Now,
I'm not uh, understood what are you saying.
so once
Means,
you return true here,
yes,
the
sir.
recursion would follow, right? So the for loop would continue,
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Right? So when the for loop would continue, anyway. So if the
Yes,
if it comes out of if condition, then again it
yes,
would uh, execute this part,
yes, sir.
right? So
Yes,
when
sir.
it executes this part, so 4 will become
Yes.
5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1,
Then
2, 3, 4, 5, which is end, and P would
yes,
remain at what?
two. P will remain at two.
C will remain at 2, right?
Yeah. So in the below dry run, I write the 4 comma 3 and 5 comma 2.
Yes.
So yeah, we discussed the 4 comma 3. Now the 5 comma 2.
So 5
So
comma 2
in
would return false.
yes, sir.
The answer is anyway true,
Yes,
right? Then it moves to
yes, sir.
next word,
And next index, yes. But
next
the
index.
size is already, but there's no another size. In the for loop is up to
Yeah,
the size of a word.
but
So
it came out of that stack, right? So now the index is what it was before, which is 4. Now again it
okay.
is 5. Don't you think this is very not very I'm not sure if it would work. I'm not sure if I understand it correctly.
So
Okay, how
can you
would you
tell me?
optimize it? Yes, sorry, tell me.
Yes, sir. So means I will explain you how we can optimize this. It's a just a little concept, but can you tell me at which point you are feeling that it's not gonna execute properly?
So I see a few cases like say if it is not, say if we have multiple asterisks, right?
Yes.
And let's say if we have multiple asterisks, then we have, what if we would have had C? This case may work, right? But the solution
Yes.
here seems bit complicated to understand. I mean, for me at least.
Okay.
So how would you let's see, how would you optimize it? I'm
Okay.
curious to know.
So yes, sir. So the one thing from the below example I understood is like if I follow 1 comma 0, if you uh, see the dry run example below. So
Mm-hmm.
if I execute 1 comma 0, then it's again gonna come at 2 comma 2, 3 comma 2 again and again. So uh, the one thing it's matter to me is like if at a particular position of a word and a pattern combined, uh, we come again and again. Okay. So
One more.
at
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go
so
ahead. I'll come.
for for if that position the answer is true, then we don't have to check again and again.
Mm-hmm.
So if the answer is true, then just return true, don't need to check this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A- and and if we already calculated it's a false, then again we don't need to check this again. Just return what we already calculated in the previous computation.
Mm-hmm.
So I take the 2D array. One is for the the size is the size of the word into size of a pattern. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I I will save like at the end I will save like a map bracket the index x, index s, and index p
Okay.
is equal to answer. Uh, okay, and initially I will set all the values to -1. So here there will be a condition if
Mm-hmm.
if the map is -1 means if we haven't computed this information yet, then go compute this. If we already computed, then just return what we compute earlier. Don't
Okay.
need to compute all the information again.
Okay. Hmm. I think so. Point is, I think this solution may work. I'm a bit confused
Yes.
in this part. However, I'm why do we have an or here? What is the
Or
reason?
means, sir, if if any of the possibility is true, then our answer is true. So so this for loop is gonna check all the possibilities,
Okay.
and if any of the possibility true, then overall answer we must need the true.
Hmm. Got it. Got
That's why
it.
it's over here.
The solution may work. Okay. Our interview time is anyway over, right?
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
have any questions for me?
Uh,
Not data structure questions,
sir.
but any general question about
Yeah.
uh, about uh, about any interview process or any company in particular.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one question which I doesn't get a good answer anyway. So I'm trying I'm currently trying for I'm preparing for the interviews right now,
Okay.
going from the data structures and the theory. But I don't know how to apply in a good companies. Means I have a connections, but I don't know how to ask for a referral or how to see. So, is there any better way or solution or approach which like a shortcut like where I can ask someone for a referral?
So there is no shortcut to it. You may ask for referrals, but then it would totally depend upon the person who is referring you, and then
Okay,
it will
sir.
depend upon the recruiter who is screening your resume. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes.
let us just say that if you are so let's say if your resume is not strong enough,
Yes.
right? First of all, the person to whom you are asking the referral would not refer you.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Second of, if they even if they refer you, the recruiter would not screen it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So even if you practice DSA, that's not going to work because you might not be able to showcase it.
Yes,
You
sir.
may be able to, but you may even not be able. So we are talking
Yes,
about
sir.
improving your chances.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to improve your chances, make sure you have a good resume. You have uh, good projects. You have the way you write your resume is good. Whatever work you have
Okay.
done, the importance, the impact of that work should reflect in your resume.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, me- means you have my resume. Can you please suggest something which I can improve on?
I haven't had a chance to look at it, but yeah, we can discuss it separately. So
Okay. Sure.
we will focus on the interview right now. So
Okay, sir.
first of all, let me tell you what I liked about you.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing is that you considered scenarios, and
Yes.
you came up with a solution on your own. And honestly, I haven't seen this kind of solution yet.
Yes.
Right? It is a
Okay.
new solution to me. Uh, and I like the way you have used recursion, right? The way you have mentioned your base cases and then each and every case which you have mentioned here, it works really good.
Yes, sir.
The only thing, okay, I'll cover the things of improvements in a bit. But so this is what I
Okay.
liked about your approach, and the variable names which you have provided are really good. So there was no confusion regard understanding your code with respect to variables. It was
Yes.
easy to
Okay.
navigate through the. But now I would be critical and I would tell you what can be improved. So the
Yes.
first thing which I would say that you can improve is uh, I was not very clear upon how are you exactly implementing from the very first time when you were
Okay.
doing a dry run here, right? So if you could follow
Yes.
my cursor. So
Yes.
when you were doing the dry run here, I wasn't very sure about how are you explaining it to me. So it becomes, so even if the solution is correct and you know the solution, it
Yes.
is it is quintessential that you're able to explain it to the interview,
Yes.
right?
I understand.
Knowing the solution, just knowing the solution doesn't work. It is very important that you can convey your thoughts.
Yes.
And yes, that has to be in English. Not saying that you need to improve upon your English, no, but you have to improve upon your conversation skills.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So how
Yes.
you can do it? First thing I would say that whenever you're practicing an equation, make sure you're talking to yourself.
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you're solving question, make sure you're talking to yourself, right?
Okay.
I see a
Yes.
lot of hesitation while you're talking to. It could be
Yes.
because you're a bit nervous. It could be because it is the first time that we are talking, or it could be because you are a bit confused about the question. Whatever is the reason, uh, there is I feel there is a bit of hesitation while you're talking to me. So your thoughts are not coming across. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so make sure that
I
the flow of thought is clear. Your flow of thought is clear, and the way you are communicating it is clear. How you can improve it, like I said, just talk to yourself while you're solving it. Talk to yourself in any language you want. Prefer
yes.
English.
Okay.
Hmm?
Yes.
So this is another thing. Next thing is when you are solving the question,
Yes.
right? Whenever you're solving the question or you are implementing the question, I would say, talk.
Yes. Okay.
Okay? Because if you don't
Means
talk, the interviewer would lose focus, or maybe they would. When I say focus, I mean they may lose attention.
yes.
Right? You may not get the required attention which you want.
So for this,
Okay.
means for this, can I explain what I am writing? Means like this code, I was writing the base case. So can I explain this that I am writing this and
Yes. So the way
it's
you would
gonna
do it
do.
is, you would, whatever you're thinking, think it
Yes.
out loud. So you would say that, okay, if the index is at the end of the word, and for the if the index of the word is at the end and the index of the pattern is at the end, then we will return true, because we can assume that we have matched all the characters, and that is why it has reached till this point. Else
Okay.
it would not have reached. You may have said that, right? And then
Yes.
even for the else part,
Yes, sir.
on any of the parts which you're writing, right?
Okay. Yes.
Speak out loud so that interviewer is there with you. They may not lose attention, even if they want to move, even if they are compelled to focus on something else, but they cannot because you are speaking and they would be listening to you.
Yes.
Even if they do not see at your screen, they would be listening to you. They would know that what you're doing. If you are
Yes.
not talking, they may lose your attention. You may lose their attention.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and
Yes.
this is something which you do not want,
Yes.
right? So yeah, that was about conversation. I would say you need to work a bit upon your conversation. Now
Yes.
let's come to the problem solving part. I think the solution may or may not work again because there was a bit gap in the conversation.
Yes.
That is why I'm exactly not able to guarantee if this part would come. I will look into it, and I would certainly check if this would work or not. Right? You check it at
Okay.
your part as well. Do a dry run,
Yes.
write some test cases. Right?
Yes.
You may copy and paste this code somewhere in your system. So the next thing is uh, performance. So when you realize that, so you easily realize that there is a decision tree happening.
Yes, sir.
So when you realized it at the very beginning, I mean, you asked me whether you would want to go for an optimized solution or not. I would want to go for an optimized solution, and I said if you're comfortable with the solution, go ahead. Right? So you should have said that no, you're not comfortable. You think you can optimize, so you
Yes,
can
sir.
optimize it using memoization.
Yes, sir.
So this
Okay.
solution is not very optimal, right? It would shoot to exponential time complexity,
Yes, sir.
right? Even space complexity.
Yes.
So because it is for most.
Yeah. Yeah, it's creating stack here. Yes. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, means it's taking stack here, so
Right,
yeah,
exactly,
space is also exponential.
exactly. So when you notice that there is a decision tree, then you should have attempted it using memoization itself from the very beginning. You didn't do
Yes.
it now, that's fine. No stress. But you could have done that.
Okay.
The next part, although you did memoization at the very end,
Yes.
right? But then we still have stacks because of recursion. You could have you could
Yes.
have avoided recursion altogether
Yes.
by using an iterative approach.
Yes, sir.
Recursion
But
is
can I say one thing?
yeah, sure.
So in this approach, the space is just only off n. There's not an exponential space. Yeah, I thought this earlier, but I thought that we at the end we have to take the memorization. So the offense space is not going to bother us anyway because
Yeah,
there's only yes, sir.
so think about it in this way. If you have a big word,
Yes, sir.
recursion would break. You would get a stack overflow exception.
Yes.
You can say that. I mean, I can give you reasons why we should not go with recursion,
Okay, sir.
right?
Yes.
So, and you missed a few base cases here. So there could have been a few base cases of nulls, empty, or say if the pattern was just star, right? We
So,
we should have discussed about them.
sir, actually, that's handled here. Means if we consider this, it's already handled.
Yes, so it goes inside the solution, right? But it could have been a base
Yes.
case,
Okay. Yes, sir.
right? Rather
Yeah,
than
I
going
agree.
inside the solution, it could have been a base case. Right.
Yes.
So the
Okay.
readability part, right? So whenever we are handling any solution, we just put out the base cases first,
Okay. Yes.
right? What if a string would have been null? You would have easily got a null pointer exception or index article exception, whatever it is.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So if you would have asked me that can a string be null, I could have said no.
Yes.
But the assumption has to be clarified.
Okay.
So
Yes.
clarify your assumptions, you know, speak it out loud,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
The next part, right, like I said, the 2D array could have been used with memorization and again with iteration, sorry. And then again, there could have been a solution which would have just, which would not have required any extra space at all.
Okay.
Right? There could have been such solution. So think about it, how we can do it.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say you're there. you have started practicing and you're pretty good with recursion. But whenever you're doing recursion and you see that there is a decision tree happening, make
Yes.
sure that you can make it a DP problem.
Okay.
Rather
Yes.
than doing a recursion, make it a DP problem. Do
Okay.
memoization. The reason
Okay.
is you can do it via DP, but the memory and time complexity shoots like anything,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I
And
understand.
if you would have asked me about the constraints of length of the word and stuff like that, right? I would have given you a length which would have straight away failed
Okay.
this approach. Right? If the number of stacks would have increased 10,000, it would have straight away it would have thrown stack overflow exception. That is what
Yes.
happens for Java. I think it should have a similar limit for C++ as well,
Okay. Yes.
right?
Yes. Okay.
So the solution is good, right? It may work, and you have shown a good command over recursion. That is a good point, but the solution is not optimal. Solution which you have put together is a bit
Yes.
confusing.
Okay.
Are you getting
Yes.
me? You are able to understand me. Me being a reader,
Yes.
this part is not very elegant for me.
Okay. I understood.
So
Yes.
make sure that when you're even if you have to write some complex code, give an effort to explain it, or if possible, make it simple. Doing
Yes.
doing complex code is easy. Doing simple code is difficult.
Yes.
Believe me.
Yes.
Uh, so this is my feedback to you. Um, do you have any feedback for me? Do you want to give me something I could have done better, or do you think something could have been done differently or improved?
No, sir. I really like the way you interview. So, so actually, not any specific feedback on an interview.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Vikrant.
Yeah.
Thank you for having this interview and making me learn this new approach. I
Yes.
would
Thank you.
definitely have a look at it, do a dry run, and see where it fails, and we can discuss it further. If we just see if you can, you don't improve it, just make sure that it
Yes.
works, and we can discuss about the solution at length. Right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Cool.
Yes. Thank you.
See you. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.